Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Locked In with the Boys. Today is January 30th, and we have a special guest joining us today. The Jelly Jelly founder, Iqram, will be on here. This token, if you guys don't know, it launched last night, had an absolutely incredible run last night. And will you turn those headphones down a little bit? Just your headphones. I hear a little bit of an echo. But welcome, everybody, to the stream. Got to get that squared away. Crypto markets are looking good as well. But Jelly Jelly launched last night. Former Venmo founders. Venmo, if you don't know what that is, it's a money app where you send money to friends, like peer-to-peer payments. Also can buy cryptocurrencies. So they got into crypto pretty early. And this is a launch that definitely shocked the entire crypto space. Rodney, how you doing? I know you saw the launch last night. What's your thoughts on Jelly Jelly?
Yo, what's up? Good morning, guys. As a reminder, make sure to like the stream, repost the stream. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I mean, launch was pretty good. And I think we're going to start seeing a trend with these sort of things. You know, we were talking about this morning with, different tech companies and whatnot, just launching on the blockchain. But what I do think is that the concept is pretty good. I like the concept. Right. Obviously, when there's when there's a token involved and there's crypto involved, people have their opinions on whether or not it's an app that's here for the long run. But we used it. It's a little buggy because it's in its beta version, but it's actually pretty neat. It's a cool social media website. It's cool having our call together. We were recording a video. I recorded my first video of me eating oatmeal and prepping for the stream, and put everything together like a summary. And it was just a really good. It's a really good experience.
Yeah, so there's obviously the token side of it, right? Which is pretty cool. I mean, these guys, instead of doing the traditional way, which is an IPO on the New York Stock Exchange, you just launch a crypto project. And this ran to a $250 million market cap overnight. It was wild. The Solana founders tweeted about it. That's actually how I saw it through Anatoly's tweet, one of the Solana co-founders tweet. So obviously these guys are well connected. We have Iqram joining us in just a bit. He launched and founded Venmo, which is wild. Yeah. I think he probably had, we'll ask him. I did some research. I think it was like an $800 million exit. So obviously Venmo, one of the biggest applications in the world. PayPal actually purchased them in 2018, I believe, something like that. PayPal bought them. And then he's been building Jelly Jelly since 2021. He's had the idea since 2015, he told us. And yeah, we used it. I think there's a lot of different ways. We're going to get the full in-depth. He did give us early access to play around. We made a Jelly Jelly ourselves. Yeah. It's a social media platform, but it's also good for content creators like us. I mean, we're going to use this thing all the time because essentially, guys, and maybe we can show you, I can try to share my screen, but you can make videos, right? If you're a content creator, you can make a video. Within 2 seconds, it literally transcribes the audio and will use AI. So it will do the subtitles for you. We'll use AI to give you a caption and also a description to post. You can click one button. You can post it on Twitter, Instagram, Rumble. It is pretty cool, but it's also a social media app. And it's not just for content creators. I think it's big for content creators, but it's also cool for Roddy. If we're just shooting the shit, we're talking and we want to record it, record a moment, record a memory, clip it up, post it. It's just a way for people to create content. So I think it's going to be big. Like I said, we have Iqram joining us in just a bit. Guys, if you are watching this on Twitter, make sure to retweet this space. As you guys know, we do like to get into the cryptocurrency news a little bit on this show. So we'll go ahead and start with that. And we're up quite a bit, Rodney. $105,000 Bitcoin. We were up to $106,000 Bitcoin.
Is my mic working?
What's that?
Is my mic working? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Well, what I was going to say, though, is it could be good for meetings, school, business meetings, and those sorts of things, like summarizing, important topics and stuff on Jelly Jelly. My bad. I didn't know if my mic was working.
Yeah, we can hear you perfectly. I think there's a lot of use cases. I mean, it's just a new platform that you kind of it's literally on day one. It's on hour 15, right? So there's so many things. Like you mentioned, there's when I was using it, my mind was already working. I'm like, I might need to be a developer on this because I'm looking at it from a content creator side and thinking about ways that we can, better it. And we'll talk about that when Iqram comes on. But to the crypto space today, Bitcoin, $105,000. We did see $106,000 Bitcoin earlier this morning. A lot of this coming after the Jerome Powell news, which we'll talk about in just a second. ETH up to $3,200. XRP holding strong above $3.10. Solana up big, up 6% on the day, up to $241. Let's see how some of our other, the top 10 are doing. Tron's at 25 cents. Chainlink at $25. Avalanche is at $35. Stellar Lumens is up 12% on the day. SWE is up 13% on the day. We talk about SWE a lot on this channel, Rodney. I don't know if you had a chance to see it, But now live on Phantom Wallet, so you can purchase SWE, hold SWE, and also buy SWE meme coins directly on Phantom Wallet, which obviously Phantom's probably the best wallet in the space, over 15 million daily users. So obviously that's pretty big for SWE as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, with Solana taking off over the last year, and the Phantom Wallet being primarily known for people that just use Solana. I mean, over the last year, a lot of people have been introduced to the crypto space, and the vast majority of those people only use the Phantom Wallet because they're really only trading Sol meme coins. So the fact that they now have access to SWE meme coins is awesome. Because the truth is, Jake, there's a lot of people who are not going to use another wallet to buy SWE meme coins, but if they can have it all in one kind of thing, I think it's perfect. And SWE's pumping. I actually got someone sent me a message yesterday saying, I bought SWE at $4.50. Should I sell it now? It's at $3.60, and it's like, it's
probably
crazy.
not. It's probably not good to sell on the way down, especially when we do believe this is going to be one of the biggest bull runs in crypto history. We'll talk about what Jerome Powell said. We'll talk about some updates for Trump as well. HBAR doing good. Pretty much all altcoins are in the green today, Rodney. Even Polkadot is up 10%. Hyperliquid has been on the move, up 18% on the day. Uniswap is number 24, and it looks like Pepe has officially reflipped Trump. Trump's at a $5.5 billion market cap. Pepe, $5.5 billion market cap. So those are competing. Pepe and Trump competing for the number 3 and 4 meme coin spot in the world. I think both will do very, very well. Did you see the Trump utility that came out last night? I think you're a meme coin guy. You're like, it doesn't need utility. But I think the more utility that you can have, it's just more bullish catalyst you can talk about. If people didn't see it, I'll go ahead and pull it up.
Yeah, right.
But you can now use Trump to purchase Trump watches directly on their website using Solana Pay. Solana's just got so many bullish catalysts as well.
Yeah. For meme coins, I think that what we realized during this run is we don't really need a use case. But we have seen some successful meme coins with use case. Obviously, SHIB has a bunch of use case. Bonk has a bunch of use case. Pepe has none, but it's kind of, hit or miss with some of the top meme coins. But I'm not surprised that Donald Trump would create some sort of a use case. So you can several real Donald Trump branded merch websites enabled meme coin Trump. So get Trump memes payments via Solana Pay. So there's different websites. You have the different sources right here. Get Trump watches, get Trump fragrances, and get Trump sneakers. So different memorabilia if you're into that sort of thing. And a watch looks pretty interesting. I wonder what kind of watches they have. But yeah, you can use Solana Pay and whatnot. So that's pretty interesting.
I think they're just Trump watches, but Solana Pay's big. I like it. I don't hate it. I think Trump's going to do good. And the more utility use case that we have, I think the better, right? And this is just the first stop, right? A lot of people are like, yo, I don't want Trump watches. I don't really care. But the fact that he's implementing his token, I think is a step in the right direction. Is somewhat of an acknowledgement from the 47th president.
Wait, do you have my screen up or your screen up? Because I have the fragrance website.
My screen's up. I don't think you're sharing yet. You gotta hit share.
I thought I was sharing. No.
Share your screen. I don't think we see it yet. What's up, Mike Farley? Mike Farley says already bought $35,000 worth of Trump watches. Heard they're going to flip Rolex. I don't know about that, but maybe. Yep, we got your screen up now.
There it is. You have this. If I see any of you guys rocking these sneakers, we're gonna have an issue, right? And shout out to DB. DB actually posted the different links here. But yeah, the sneakers here. Jake, you rocking these or not? Trump one.
I mean, maybe.
No,
probably not. The gold sneaker. Do they have fragrances as well?
Yeah. Men's cologne, women's perfume. I wonder.
How much is the perfume? How much is the cologne?
$200. It may be good.
It better be good for $200.
This is pretty hard though, right?
I think it's more of a collectible, right? That's pretty cool. The perfume.
A lot of these are sold out already. Maybe we'll see. And then of course you have the watches. They look pretty cool. Trump Star Skeleton. How much are these babies? You have to pre-order them. I mean, these are kind of clean, But yeah, so those are the Trump watches. I mean, the Trump memorabilia that you can, purchase using your Trump coin. And the cool thing is like, a lot of people have a lot of that token. So shout out to them.
I like it. I think it's big. I think that Trump's going to be big. I want to play a clip here, Rodney, real quick about Jerome Powell and what he said yesterday. And I just got news from Iqram, the founder of Venmo and the founder of JELLYJELLY. He's going to be joining us in about 2 seconds. But I do want to go ahead and play this clip from Jerome Powell because it's a long way away from what we had last month when they had their FOMC meeting. Yeah. For those that don't know, they asked Jerome Powell, hey, are you ever going to have a strategic Bitcoin reserve? In which his answer was, the government can't buy Bitcoin. He's so monotone, it's kind of crazy. I think you have to be, but he's like, the government can never own any Bitcoin. Yeah. And that caused the crypto markets to absolutely crash. Let's give a listen to what he said this time around. Now that Gary Gensler's gone, Trump's in office. This was his first FOMC meeting with a pro-crypto administration.
Our role with Bitcoin really is to look at the banks, and we think it's banks are perfectly able to serve crypto customers as long as they understand and can manage the risks, and it's safe and sound. As a good number of our banks that we regulate and supervise do that. The threshold has been a little higher for banks engaging in our role with Bitcoin. Really,
so right there, that's obviously big, Rodney. He says he's talking about banks in America, and his quote was, "Banks are perfectly able to serve crypto customers." This is a complete 180 from where we were with the Biden administration. Banks in America serving crypto. What does that look like? I mean, JP Morgan having cryptocurrency that you can own on the platform or purchase. What does that look like?
Yeah, and he also continues. There's an extended version of the video where he talks about how they don't want to stop crypto innovation inside the country, right? And you stifle innovation by messing with banks, right? Because a lot of people were getting deplatformed, right? It's not like him backtracking on what he was saying about the Federal Reserve can't own any Bitcoin, because he didn't say anything about that. What he's saying is that we don't want, if it's a crypto company, a startup, or just people, using their account to get, crypto from an exchange, they don't want to, mess with that. So I think that's obviously more positive messaging, but I don't see it as like him backtracking at all. But obviously, Trump being in office is going to, sway. It's going to, play. It's going to make a. It's going to influence what he says, publicly. So,
yeah. And I don't know if you saw what Trump said. Trump took shots at him. I think he waited a little bit till after the first FOMC meeting and put a lot of blame on Jerome Powell and said that Trump pretty much is going to do what he needs to do in order to bring down inflation here in America. So we might see a battle between these guys, but still the fact that Jerome Powell is speaking bullish on cryptocurrency is very, very bullish. Now,
to be fair, he did a good job over the last couple of years getting inflation down from 9% down to, what it is now. I think it's like 3 or 4, something like that, right? So
I think so. Yeah, I definitely agree. But once again, crypto looking very, very strong. Meme coins looking very, very strong. And Solana meme coins. So we are going to bring on Iqram, who is the founder of Venmo. He is the founder and developer of JELLYJELLY, which is a platform that we're going to learn all about. Definitely the hottest meme coin that we saw launch. I mean, it's up there with Trump and Vine, right?
Yeah.
It's top 3.
Or just a token?
It's a token. It's a token. Yeah, it's a utility token. They're going to have utility for the platform. But one of the best launches, I'm excited, guys, because I really think that the crypto space is evolving and changing right before our eyes. Before, it was not really okay to launch meme coins. And now we're seeing tech companies and startups launch projects, right, on Solana when they launch their companies. They're not waiting to go the traditional route for an IPO. So I really think that this is the start of something big. So let's welcome in Iqram to the show. Iqram, how you doing, brother?
Hey, what's up? I happen to be gelling the introduction, so I'm going to post it to the feed.
There it is.
I like that. Shout out to Jelly. I use the app. I like it, and it's going to be on JELLYJELLY and on X. But you got to make sure to check out JELLYJELly. We've used it so far. We like it.
We're going to open up invites to those watching the stream right now. I can send a link if you want to pass it on after this.
Yep. Yeah, you can send it on Twitter.
Keep it open.
We'll pass it on.
Yeah, we're going to keep it open for 2 days.
Okay, perfect. So invite link. I know I got it. I sent one to Rodney. We did our first JELLYJELLY. And honestly, dude, I like it a lot for a content creator, the aspect. But let's start from the beginning, right? Let's start from the beginning. Give some people maybe your story. Obviously, founder of Venmo, and then we'll kind of, because we were on your space last night. There was over 5,000 people listening. The hottest launch for a crypto project we've seen in a while. But give us a little bit of your story and what went into starting JELLYJELLY.
Yeah, so before Jelly, I worked at Venmo with a good friend, a college roommate of mine. And obviously in my subconscious are ways for people to be supported financially. And Venmo actually started off as a way to tip musicians. And then it evolved into us being able to use it with each other to pay each other. And when we were thinking about Jelly, and I know you guys have used the app, kind of like a hot take video chat tool where you can just quickly publish, like, instead of making a long form podcast or live streaming like we're doing here, if you want to cut quick content that you publish, almost like a collectible, you could use JELLYJELLY for that. And, we closed a seed round. So we're a very well-funded company that finished our pre-seed by mid-January, and we've raised about 1 million to get Jelly off the ground. We have a very small team. Obviously, what's happening now is going to really impact our resources moving forward, and we're very excited about it. Part of our plans have always been to find ways to help creators making podcast-like content be supported. So we launched the Jelly coin we exist. We're planning to build ways for creators to make money inside of Jelly. So here's a coin to support that. We kind of did it off of a jelly, to be honest, and now we're here. So.
Yeah, man, it's been a very impressive launch. So you already have your seed. Obviously, the launch went better than expected, and you founded Venmo too, which is I told the story last night on the X Spaces. I've been using it for 12 years now, and I've never left Venmo. There's Cash App, there's Zelle, but I've been using it since 2013. I was an early user on Venmo, and I remember being in Santa Barbara where I went to school, and I was like, we were like buying beer or whatever. I was like, hey, do you have Venmo? Can I send you Venmo? Because this is when people were still paying cash. Like, here, I'll give you a 20. So Venmo definitely changed the game. I think Jelly will as well. Now, Rodney and I, this is your first time meeting. Rodney, this is Iqram, but we're content creators. So I could see myself using this. Like a good example was when the Trump meme coin went live 2 weeks ago, 13 days ago. My editing team was offline, so I couldn't make a short video to post about it. Mm-hmm. I could simply use Jelly, record a video. Within 2 seconds, man, it transcribes the audio. And I don't know if you guys are using AI, you have to, but it will literally write you a caption, AI. Give you a thumbnail. Like it's so impressive for content creators. But I think it's going to be more than just content creators. I mean, just like you said, people that want to create moments, collectibles, it's going to be big for that as well.
Yeah, and one of the
you got it right. I mean, that's the whole idea is reduce the amount of work it takes to publish great content, equalize the playing field a lot too. Like one of our sort of mantras is keep it simple and not add too much clutter. Like, sometimes you go to TikTok or Instagram, and even me personally, it's like I got to run it through CapCut to even compete with the content we see. Jelly is like the raw playing field. So.
Do you think in the future for the app, and one thing I was talking to Jake about is that it could be good for like business meetings and just work related things too. But one of the things I did notice about it is, or maybe that we could get in the future, some sort of like jump cut feature where you can get rid of like the dead spaces and those sorts of things to make it quick and kind of, attention grabby like TikTok and like CapCut and stuff.
Yeah, and I think as AI progresses and becomes more and more sophisticated, a lot of that work will be able to be just done for you, so that you just literally publish, make a jelly, and then it's just ready to go.
Yeah, it's going to be big, and that's what I was telling Rodney. This is like the first iteration, and it's already great, right? Already very, very impressive. And I think that there's so many things that you can add, right? You can add music, you can add effects with AI. There's so many things that you can add, but very, very impressive. Yeah, send me that link, and we'll get that posted so everyone can get early access to Jelly. So here is Jelly. Let's talk about the token as well, and I want to dive more into the platform. So the token went live last night. You guys kind of stealth launched it in a way, right? Like no one really knew about it. It was a pump fund token. It ran all the way up to a $250 million market cap. And right now it's trading at $152 million market cap today. I've seen 10 or 12 different centralized exchange listings. MEXC was the first to list, which we all know. You've had massive ones like KuCoin, which is the number 4 exchange in the world. We've seen BitGet, we've seen Bybit, we've seen LBank. We've seen about 12 different exchanges. What has it been like for you on the actual token side of things to see the growth, that's happened so quickly?
I mean, it's been overwhelming. It's overwhelmingly feelings of gratitude, to be honest. Like, I feel like the real work starts now, I want to make it clear that our goal is not to, there's no funny business here. Like, the whole purpose of doing this was, we're, like I said, a very well-funded company, and we're here to work on meaningful tools to help creators and content creators. I mean, and everyone in general. And now I'm like, look, these are the moments you wait for. You look forward to this kind of, I would say, this is kind of like a short-term community success. We saw a very big spike. And now the idea is we have to take all of the energy, take it back to the drawing board, and figure out how we're going to bring bring this token into the app. Actually, that's our next wave. I happened to be lucky enough to get texted by the founder of Solana, who said he can't sleep because the Jelly coin just was one of the most successful launches there, and that he wants to help us.
He's not alone. A lot of us were up late watching it.
Okay, and he said, hey, look, let's assemble our team around this and to help support you. Look, so I'm talking to the Solana Foundation, one of the leaders there today, because we want to bring this. This is not just a one-day thing. I just want to make that has never been my intention, and also never been the intention of our investors. And it's like this just motivates us to work harder. So I'm excited. Absolutely.
And this was the tweet that I saw. This is actually how I kind of found it. I was on a Twitter space, a different one, when this went live, but this is Anatoly, the co-founder of Solana. Sam Lesson, who we'll talk about in a second. He's, I think, an investor, and he's someone that's close with you. He said the Jelly coin is live, making the internet fun again. The Solana co-founder, guys, the Solana co-founder says, finally, the greatest talents of our generation are no longer working in advertising. And you can see it's the entire Jelly team, Iqram, Sam, everybody that's in this picture. So that's actually how I found out. I was like, wait, so the Solana co-founder tweeted about Jelly within minutes of it being live. I'm like, this thing has potential. And obviously it showed your guys' connections to Solana, which it sounds like are pretty deep.
Yeah, no, I mean, they're part of the family over here. They're in New York City. I'm based in New York. Our Jelly, the app, and our company is based in New York City. So, yeah, I've worked with a number of people on their team before, and we've talked about doing things together. And I think yesterday was the moment where we're like, okay, we've kind of been dating a little bit, like, what are we going to build? How are we going to do this? And now it's like, we're married. Let's go for it.
I like that a lot, man. It's very, very exciting and a very impressive launch. And obviously your background speaks for itself. A lot of us in the crypto space, we're used to some anonymous figure who you have no idea who he is, probably lives in his grandmother's basements, probably done like 10 different rug pulls, launching meme coins and crypto projects, and they do well. But I think it's refreshing, at least for me, and I think I speak for a lot of people. When I joined your Twitter space last night, both of you guys are video, on there with your videos on, incredible backgrounds, built good businesses, built fantastic projects, well-funded. And I believe it was Sam as well. Sam was very, very connected, or very, very early in the crypto space, right? Early investor, seed investor in Solana, and XRP as well.
Yep, that's correct. So, and also first investor in Jelly. So,
Wow. The guys got some stuff going on.
That's one of the, you get lucky. Sometimes you get lucky in life. I've been very lucky to have been surrounded by some very amazing people. And, they've supported me from day one, even through Venmo. Sam was the first investor in Venmo. So we've actually been working together for almost 15 years now. And it's kind of like, I will say, even this morning, Sam called me and there's like a reinvigoration around like, yo, wow. Like, this is a huge opportunity to help people. Like, that's really how I view it. And, I'm not in it to make a quick buck. And so one thing I will say, as with any startup, you wait for these kind of inflection points, but we would love feedback or advice or guidance from as many people from the community to help make sure that this is a success. So my part of my day-to-day is going to be, how can we channel feedback, create a place where we can all talk to each other and make sure that, there's full transparency about how we're thinking about things, how we're planning to grow Jelly, and all the announcements that we plan to make. So I'm open to all advice.
Yeah, I have a couple, then I'll let Rodney go. I know he has a slide pulled up that he wants to show, but even just from using it the first time, I know this is the first iteration. It's kind of beta. It's not even live yet, but I had like a couple different things, at least from a content creator perspective, that I'd be like, oh, wow, I would use this on a daily basis if we were able to do X, Y, Z. So I'll provide those. Maybe we'll share them here on the stream as well. And I'm sure the audience, from just creating content or, with friends can share some feedback as well. Ronnie.
Yeah. I was using the app a little bit this morning, and it is a little bit buggy, but we know that it's in its beta version. But I do want to pull up your guys' contract here, and this is kind of refreshing. Yes. And this was kind of refreshing in the space because we get so many launches that are just heavily supply controlled. There's so much wrong with the launch, and you see a bunch of insiders getting in and those sorts of things. But if you plug the contract into Soul Sniffer right here, you can see like it has a really good score, and you don't see this often these days. Now, the score is not everything. It can't tell you whether a product's going to be good in the long run, but what it can tell you is that it started off on like the right foot. So, just shout out to you guys for doing things the right way. Balanced ownership in the top 10 wallets, balanced ownership in the top 20 wallets, no permanent control risk, like no concerning metadata found. So, pretty good for you guys. Sufficient LP, you know what I mean, and those sorts of things. So really good contract. I don't know who did your launch, or obviously it's not a pump fund launch, you know what I mean? But you guys did a fantastic job.
Well, yeah, no, thank you. I mean, look, as you know, as I'll be more publicly out there, like the intention is clear. We're here to make something that helps people. This is not a money-making scheme, or I'm glad. Actually, this is the first time I saw the Soul Sniffer, but our intentions are all pure here. So
yeah. And I think I remember hearing last night, I don't remember the exact numbers, but you guys don't own a massive amount of supply, right? Like it's like
no.
Guys
in fact, I actually picked up my own personal set. I think I have like 11,000 or something very nominal. I picked it up on Magic Eden after the launch. Believe it or not, even for me, because Sam just put it out there, and he seeded it with I think 2 Solana, and the rest was just driven by the whole community. The rest was driven by the community. I was struggling to figure out how to get it because I'm kind of new to the world. Sam was the guider there, but then I found Magic Eden. I saw it was listed there. I actually used Venmo to transfer Bitcoin into my Eden wallet, and then I swapped it for Jelly. So
I like that. Let's talk about Venmo real quick because I'm actually curious.
Yeah.
I think it's amazing that you built Venmo, which is used I think pretty much all around the world. What was that like? I mean, you already told us about the inception of it, but like, what was it like to grow? And then correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe you guys sold to PayPal, correct?
Yeah, we went through 2 acquisitions. One was PayPal, one was Braintree. But it was an amazing ride. It's like I don't know if I'll ever live that life in that way again, because I met a lot of great people and we worked all the time, and it was like right time, right place. I mean, to be honest. A lot of what I'm feeling here with the Jelly coin, the Jelly coin, is right time, right place. Like, I think the crypto world has to mature a little bit to get into the mainstream. Like, and I want to help be a driver of that in any way possible, because I love sort of the efficient and functionality that the whole crypto and the blockchain world brings. For example, I could send Jelly to someone in Nigeria without any bureaucracy. And now, because I grew up in Africa, for example, and you can't really do that easily today. So if I can play a role in helping us connect, through conversation and financially, like, I'm here for it. And I'm feeling like the time is right.
I think the time's right on so many different levels, right? Even just launching a token in 2025 on the hottest blockchain, Solana, when we have a pro crypto president, is perfect. But you also are building utility. It's already built. And we are just moving so quickly towards content and also towards these clips as well. So it's not like it's just a token. Like, even if you're just launching a token on Solana in 2025, that's right time, right place. But to have utility, to have funding, to be connected with the Solana co-founders is very impressive. Now, the title of this is Jelly Starting the Tech Super Cycle. I want to play a clip from Thread Guy. As you know, a lot of people online, Thread Guy's a content creator. A lot of people online saw this launch. It got our ears a little bit perked. Let me play a couple of minutes from this. And he's kind of talking about where he thinks crypto is going when it comes to tech companies getting into the crypto space. And then I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts on this. Let me go ahead and play this.
With Vine, this is the proof concept that all startups are going to be launched or relaunched on the internet. They're going to ICO and IPO at zero. They're going to be launched on the internet. It's going to be real tech. It's going to be a tech super cycle behind companies. You really just heard it. And one of the first apps to do this that came on the stream and said, followed Vine. This is the thesis. Internet capital markets. Prior to Trump, as an American citizen, all you could do is launch a meme coin, and even that was shady. And you had to say, it does nothing. There's no utility. I have no backing. I'm not going to sell it. That's what you had to say. Now, post-Trump, who just launched a meme coin, the floodgates are open. Before, if you wanted to build real tech and crypto, you got to set up a Cayman Foundation, or you had to move to fucking Dubai or move offshore, set up some offshore entity that's separate from your product. You couldn't do anything, okay? Now, post-Trump, crypto regulation is coming. The floodgates are open. We are in a Cold War tech race against China. And other countries. They're going to open the floodgates and basically say anything fucking goes in tech in crypto. What is about to happen is, yes, we're going to see the meme coin stuff. We are going to see a tech super cycle, okay? Where every app, every product, every startup, every website is going to go public on the internet in crypto because it is the easiest way to reach your target audience and the easiest way to assign a value to what you are building. Tokenize attention, tokenize everything, tokenize tech, tokenize products, tokenize companies.
And that's that thread guy right there. I mean, I agree with a lot of what he's saying. I mean, we saw Vine do it, and Vine's an older app, which I don't even think it's used. There's some rumors that Twitter might buy it, whatever it is. But you guys really did. I mean, did Venmo ever go public?
Venmo went public by way of no, not really. It's PayPal. So
PayPal. But that's and how long did that take? Right? You had to build Venmo, you had to get acquired, and then you went public.
Took about 8 years, I would say.
So with crypto, you guys literally, like, I think that you really changed the game. I think that
we basically went public yesterday.
Exactly. And I really think that you caught a lot of people's attention because instead of building a company for 8 years and getting acquired by PayPal, you're able to do it overnight and you automatically have a community. I don't know how many holders JELLYJELLY's at right now, but you automatically have a community of probably, I think it's like 50,000 holders overnight. Wow. I think you guys really, I'm not just saying this. I think you guys changed the game.
Can you say that for the jelly real? Wait, what was that? Say it for the jelly.
Yeah, I really do believe after seeing what you guys did last night that you guys have changed the crypto space forever. You know, you don't have to build a company for 12 years, get acquired by PayPal. You can launch a token, which is essentially an IPO on the blockchain, build a community overnight, and you guys, I think, have right around 50,000 holders overnight, which is wild.
Wow. And, you know, I will say any jelly holder, we're going to be opening up the app so that y'all will be the first in it. So stay tuned for that.
Absolutely. We do it for the jelly. I like it. JELLYJELLY, which is a very cool app. But yeah, Rodney, what's your thoughts on what Thread Guy was saying? Very, very cool, right?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, in the crypto space, you got to get past the stigma that, you know, that everybody thinks that, you know, when you're launching a meme coin, a crypto at all, it's automatically a scam. Because, you know, there's a lot of, you know, biases in crypto, and a lot of people are just kind of still like shook from everything that's happened pretty much since crypto's existence with meme coins. But, you know, Thread Guy makes a good point when he talks about Donald Trump and how he's kind of ushering in this new age of, hey, man, you have the freedom here to launch, you know, legit projects, right? And I think it's important, though, that we identify them as like actual products and not meme coins. But yeah, man. And I think that, you know, obviously the more kind of, you could say history you have just creating something good in the space, like you have with Venmo and stuff like that, you actually have a good background, you know, can, you know, just help your, you know, your token do well in the future. But first you got to get past that stigma because everybody like automatically assumes the worst when you launch a crypto project.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is actually an interesting tweet from Raj Gokul, the other.
Let me catch that. What did he say?
So this was his tweet. He said, this is just regarding a token. He says, launching a token is like having a kid. You got to be ready, and no one knows if you are better than yourself. It's a serious commitment, not for the lighthearted, but everyone should do it eventually. So Raj, the Solana co-founder, thinks that everyone should launch a token and use the blockchain. And I probably agree. With Raj. I think that this is kind of where it's moving, and it's all happening on Solana. How did you guys choose Solana?
Well, Sam, I got, you know, credit to Sam on that. I follow it from the peripheral, to be honest. I'm a Bitcoin supporter, Ethereum, and Solana, I guess, is the new age way of doing things. So as soon as I found out Sam was a seed investor, I checked it out, and I got to know Raj actually a little bit, and I like the way they're a very legitimate, well-performant team. So I enjoy working with everyone there. So that's why we went with them.
I like it. Yeah. Solana is obviously the best, especially for, you know, cryptocurrencies and new launches. And a lot of people know how to use it. We were talking about the Phantom wallet earlier today. So where are we currently at with JELLYJELLY? I see some comments saying, how do we get on the wait list? Kind of give us like a background. How can people get on the wait list? I know you're going to send us a link here pretty soon. And when do you expect the app to be, you know, live and operational for everybody to use?
So I'm thinking, so for any JELLYJELLY coin holder, we'll have the app ready in the next 2 weeks, but we're going to open it up now. But just as you know, you guys saw it's in a little bit of a beta state because, you know, this happened faster than expected. I will say that, but you know, we're here to fix all of that. you can get the app. I'll send you a link right in the next 2 or 3 minutes where you can just text it to them and then they can download it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I can probably tweet it out. I don't know if you want me to tweet.
Love feedback. I'm gonna create. What do you guys think is the best for? Is Discord or Slack or like?
Probably a Telegram. I think a Telegram is the best. Yeah, Telegram's the best. Yeah, and we can chat offline too, and I can give you some thoughts on the cryptocurrency project. But I think Telegram's the best. You can get some moderators to run it. That way, you can post updates. You can post a link, give the community updates, and yeah, you can link it directly to your deck screener and things like that. On the exchange side, how did that work? Overnight, 12 hours, 15 exchanges is pretty wild. I mean, that's impressive.
Pure virality.
Wow.
Wow. I have no secret sauce for that. I mean, I can't explain it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, well, it's not often, really. It's not often.
Credit to the fact that I will say we are a well-intentioned team, and maybe the exchanges saw like this is an opportunity to list a coin that has potential.
So they launched it. They listed it. You guys didn't have to do the listings behind the scenes. Sometimes exchanges do that. They see a popular token, they'll list it because they want those trading fees. Pretty sweet.
Absolutely. It's very sweet. So it's like 15 exchanges. I know you have a busy day today. We appreciate you coming on here. We got a lot more to talk about, but right here, a talk with investors.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I'll be on it. You can come chat with us at 1 p.m. Yeah, let me actually jelly this too for the peeps. Yeah, we'll be talking about jelly at 1 p.m. Today, EST. So pop by if you wanna get in the know.
Yep, I'll be there as well, 1 p.m. today. And I believe you have a space with Gigi as well. Gigi, so first jelly from Gigi. Look at this. Let's actually play this. I'm going to put some audio on here. I think this is the first jelly. So you have a space. Are you doing a space tonight with Gigi? Is it on?
Yeah, we're going to do a Twitter stream.
All right, let me pull up the audio here. So this is you with Gigi, Twitter space tonight at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yep. We're live on Jelly. I think we need to show the people how to use Jelly live on stream. What do you think?
I love that idea. Let's do it. What time are you going to do it tomorrow? Or I guess
Let's
today.
do it. Today, 3 p.m. Eastern?
3 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, come check it out. We're going to talk about how the Jelly coin can also get integrated into Jelly, the app, which is what we're using to make this right now.
Ooh, let's go. Okay, it's my first Jelly, guys, but we'll do the second one on stream with you. And yeah, let's run it.
I love that. Your first jelly is always your best jelly. My first jelly was 8 a.m. this morning. I got in. I was like, but I'm going to do a jelly right after this, and we'll post it. And I think it could be big. So let me give you some feedback while we're live here on just from what I saw with the application. First off, it's very, very good. Right now, you can do 15 seconds and 60-second jellies. Do you have plans to kind of lengthen that in the future? Maybe 90 to a minute to 2 to 3 minutes? Because some of the videos that we make are a little bit over 60 seconds. That would be one thing.
I think yes, and that'll be another part. Maybe those are part of the premium features that we'll give to coin holders.
Yeah, because I'm sitting here. Look, me and Rodney, we create content. We have a team of editors. I sent them jelly. Some of them are in the room, and they're like, "Oh, AI is getting pretty good, right?" Because it is true. But I do like the human touch because I think it is a little bit better as of now. But as AI gets better, I mean, if you can record it, it can transcribe it. Even some other things that you could add is music would be good to jellies, right? Different songs, and it takes a while, right? And also, like you've seen Grok and Gemini and Chat GPT. I think it's all the different visual effects. Being able to add some of those into videos would be game changer. It would be absolutely impressive.
Yeah, maybe it understands what you're talking about and just assists you and gives you prompts to.
It does, because when I recorded a video on Jerome Powell and cryptocurrency, and it gave me a title better than I can write. So it definitely understands you, and it could definitely do some stuff with videos as well. So I think obviously it's the first iteration, but when we look at Jelly in 1, 2, 3 years, we're probably going to look back and be like, holy shit, like how did they build
if
this?
we do this right, we might have the next TikTok, or we might have the next X, or at least a good complement to it.
That's exactly what I said earlier today, that it's, imagine what's that?
Oh, is that what you said?
That's what I said. I'm like, I feel like we found a TikTok on like day one, because you know, you're looking, and people will get access, guys. We're going to post a link here in a bit where you can see it. But you know, when TikTok first launched, there was nothing on there. When Instagram first came out with videos, you could literally post a video. That's it. Now think about all you can do with reels and editing and chopping and effects and sounds, and you know, so it's just the first iteration. But I do believe that this is kind of where content's going. You know, not many people are watching hour-long or 2-hour or 3-hour-long movies anymore. They're kind of watching maybe shorter series or YouTube videos, and it's actually moved to more TikTok, 20, 30-second videos. So I think that this is going to be cool. So is it also going to be, it's going to be good for us to post content on Jelly Jelly, on Twitter, on YouTube, on Rumble. Is it also going to be a social media app where you can kind of scroll and see what other people are doing on Jelly Jelly?
I mean, I think that's where we're going to take it, mainly because, look, that gives us control on how to help and enable creators to monetize the way we want to do it. And again, that's where the Jelly Jelly coin fits in, like infusing it into the system. And Instagram, TikTok, they're just not going to do that the way we think about it. You know, I'm going to borrow a lot of experience from Venmo to try and like make it very seamless, exciting, and fun. Like people should have fun supporting each other.
I like that. So the Jelly Jelly token will actually probably be used to pay creators on the application, which is pretty exciting. And that's something that TikTok, Twitter, you know, Instagram don't have. They don't have a native token, right? They pay you in cash if you get paid on YouTube, et cetera, revenue money, but you don't have a native token to get paid in like we're seeing with Jelly Jelly.
Right. So, I mean, I would say let's make the Telegram this. Yeah, that you guys are spot on. Thanks for. I mean, this is amazing. You guys you hit the nail on the head.
We can give you a lot, yeah. I mean, because I've been making crypto content for 7 years, especially like in this space, and I guess like just a resource.
Like, how do you feel? Do you feel like this is something that could go mainstream? Like, because I know a lot of crypto to stay within its community.
You don't want to, make it, because what we've seen a problem with Web3 and crypto payments is that you don't want to have a barrier to entry for the normal people that want to use it. Like extended clips or clips that are longer than 60 seconds. Like a lot of people that are going to use this app, if you want it to go mainstream, aren't going to be in DeFi right away. So you want to make it so that it can benefit people that are in DeFi, but also benefit the normie that's just going to use it for everyday life, who's not even involved in crypto. So you want to be able to work both sides, and not create a barrier to entry to the normies out there.
Yeah, it's a pairing between Web 2 and Web 3, right? Obviously, you're going to have a lot of people that support you on the crypto side, but you're going to have a lot of people like girls in high school, kids in college that are just going to use the app in Jelly Jelly and have fun using the actual tech. And then you're going to have people that actually want to invest and support the project through the Jelly token. So I think it could go mainstream. I mean, content is king, especially in 2025. It's not going anywhere. More and more people are creating content as the internet gets better, as you can stream, as X continues to grow. And I think that a lot of people will use Jelly Jelly. And I think it's something that, because it's so new and you learn from you learn from TikTok that, short form content's going viral. This is good. Obviously, other platforms had to catch up, like they did YouTube Reels, they did Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts. You guys are starting with that short form content. So I think you're just like a newer generation. It's a 2025 social media app, whereas the other apps are 2013 and they're adding in these different sectors, right? Like Instagram Reels. You're a 2025 app that's learned.
Yeah, say that one more time. 2025 social app from the ground up, right?
Yeah, I mean, this is a 2025 social media app that learned from what made TikTok successful, what made Instagram Reels successful. They launched 10 years ago and they added in these different sectors. You guys are learning from what is working in 2025 and starting from there. And that's why I think it's going to be good.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
it's good stuff, man. I'm actually bullish, and just so everyone knows, a lot of people, anytime I tweet about a project, like, you must be paid, this is a paid post. I'm like, guys, this went from 0 to $250 million market cap overnight. Everyone's talking about it. It's a cool platform. We're not paid to have you on this space. I'm grateful that you're on this space because I think it's very, very impressive. And like I said before, whenever you're in the crypto space and you have someone who's built a successful company like Venmo, who's well connected with the Solana founders, tweeted about it, at launch, welcome you into crypto. And I really do think that we're gonna see other tech companies do exactly what you did. And I think you guys are the first movers in this space.
Yeah, let's do it. Absolutely.
It
So,
is. Yeah.
What comes next?
What's that?
What comes next?
I think for you, man, it's you know, getting people access into the platform so they can see it. Because once they see it, they're going to be impressed, right? Using that, continuing to build that, and
I'm gonna text you the link right now.
yeah, send it on Twitter, and then do you want me to post it on Twitter? Or would it be better if I just do it separate for the live stream?
You can post it on Twitter and just say it's going to be open for the next 2 days.
All right, cool. Yeah, we'll do that. So I think giving people access to that, you know, and then also doing the crypto side, because like Rodney mentioned, it's the Web 2 side, it's the Web 3 side. There's a lot of people in the crypto space who are going to want to have updates for the token and what's going on with the platform. So having a Telegram that's opened up, getting some moderators there, you know, posting consistently. You know, a lot of people in the crypto space like that. Like that's where we live, is on X. So seeing consistent updates from X, and you know, you do the deving, and I think the community is very, very strong already supporting the project. And I think just keep building one day at a time.
Love it. Let's go.
Yep. I just got the link, I believe.
I
Yep.
just
Got this.
Okay, cool.
Let's see.
Well,
And,
on that note, so hopefully we can do this again to update everyone maybe in a week or so.
Absolutely. We'll do it. And I know you have a space at 1 p.m. So 2 hours,
Yeah.
About an
See you
hour
there.
from now. So we'll see you then. Thanks for coming on, brother. We appreciate it.
All right. Thanks for having me. Peace.
All right. Jelly. What's your thoughts, Rodney?
Nice. Yeah, I just think that it's pretty good app. You know, I need to make obviously iron out the bugs and make it so they don't gatekeep the normies to get in, because you can't be a big app if you're gonna just make it strictly for crypto guys. I mean, it could be for crypto guys, but if you want to blow it up, you know, like ranking on the app store, you got to make it so normies can use it. There's benefits to normies using it. You know what I mean? But it seems like they're more focused on the actual tech and not so much the coin, which is good. You know, the coin's just like a byproduct, you know. And hey, I remember you talked about not too long ago people launching things on the blockchain, you know, like not having to wait to go public with an IPO and stuff like that. But these are the kind of people we want launching things, right? Like people that have, you know, established backgrounds, who've done successful things before. Like, you know, this is the kind of people we want, you know, launching their company.
Sure, bro. Absolutely. Yeah. I'm tweeting at the league now, but yeah, I mean, do we want, of course, in the crypto space, we welcome people who launched Venmo, right? Founded Venmo, one of the most used apps that exited PayPal, launching crypto projects, and not just like launching a meme coin. Like he's not just launching a meme coin called Jelly Jelly. Like there's actually tech and utility behind it that I think could be big. So I think it's big. I think it's going to be big. And I mean, he said that they already raised millions of dollars in seed funding to get this off the ground. And then obviously, you know, when you launch a token and you have an IPO, that also gives you money as well. He said the Solana co-founder was texting him last night, couldn't sleep because the Jelly Jelly launch went so well, which is very exciting. So well-connected, built successful projects in a very cool app. And I'm going to tweet out this link right now so everybody can join it. But yeah, you're right. This is exactly the people that we want to be coming into the crypto space and launching projects in crypto.
Yeah, it seems like he's pretty new to the crypto space too. So hopefully he has some good people around him that can advise him and whatnot, and some good people working on that token. And it looks like whoever launched it did a good job. It doesn't look like a run-of-the-mill launch. It looks like a unique contract, and they put some time and effort into it. And no one sniped a large amount of the supply at launch. I do want to, if you want to, I don't know if my screen is shared here. I want to share a fumble the bag of the century. Is my screen still shared? I think it is, right? Fumble the bag of the century here, which I thought was hilarious, because Bubble Maps actually talked about Jelly here. You got me up right here? My screen shared?
Yep, you're good.
So this guy sniped Jelly with 3 addresses and sold instantly for $7 in profit. But that it would have been now worth over 12 million. So some guy sniped it. A lot of people snipe all the time, new launches. The guy sold instantly for $7 in profit. If he would have held, it would have been worth over 12 million, dude.
Hurts. Yeah, it definitely hurts. I mean, this is a token that just went, you know, absolutely parabolic, right? I mean, from 0 to $250 million market cap is wild. We saw some sort of a pullback. I didn't want to focus too much on price, but that's normal. Like if for those that are in the crypto space, like, you know, that when you go from 0 to $250 million market cap and people made millions of dollars, you're going to see some sort of a pullback and correction. But that's why I wanted to have this space to kind of just chat with the developer and see what he's like, kind of get his mindset on what's going on with Jelly Jelly. And it sounds like he's very committed to building this thing. And, you know, you do need to let people make money. The whales get out. A lot of people that made a lot of money get out. And then you have true believers that come in and support the project. But obviously, a lot of bullish catalysts for Jelly Jelly, not just in the application, but the people on Solana that support it, well connected, well funded, and the developers built a fantastic project as well. So launching at the perfect time. I like what I'm seeing, Rodney. I do, and we should tell people we're not paid to say this. We give our honest thoughts on what's going on, and this is a token that just had a lot of success. And thankfully, he gave me access. I tried it out. I like the platform. I was like, come on a stream. Let's talk about it. And I think it's going to be big. I really, really do.
We'll see. I mean, I don't want to put the cart before the horse. I mean, it is buggy, and there is some stuff that is unique to it, but there's some stuff that isn't. But I want to see what they do, and how they, like polish it, make this like the app cleaner. You know what I mean? Because if it's cleaner, it definitely has some potential. And I think being able to like quick upload to other social media websites would be quick. Like if I could make a jelly and boom, straight up to my my X account or like my TikTok, like that'd be absolutely phenomenal. And like some jump cuts. So it needs some things. I'm not like 1,000% sold, but definitely has a lot of potential and some good people running it.
It's just beta though. It's like when you build, they give you the ground floor, like, it's going to be buggy a little bit when it's not launched yet. It's beta. He's giving you early access. I did just tweet it out, guys. If you want to go to my Twitter account, you can go see that I tweeted out the link that you can sign up. You just got to sign up with your email or your phone number and you can do it. But yeah, I mean, it's the first iteration. It's like once they kind of fix the bugs and once they add new layers to it, like we mentioned, maybe longer videos, 90-second, a minute 20 or 120 seconds, 2 minutes. You add in music, you add in some sort of AI. I think it can be big, but I would personally use it because I don't know how to edit videos. And there are times, the perfect example is the Trump coin that launched 2 weeks ago at 9 p.m. Like our editors weren't online to make a video. So it's like, I just had a tweet about it, but how cool would it be to pull up your phone, Jelly Jelly, yo, Trump coin is now live, just launched on Solana. You kind of show what happened with the market cap. It transcribes it. It gives you a title. You click. You're the first one to report on news. So it's good for content creators. And I also think it'd be fun. I mean, for just everyday people that are on. I mean, dude, so many people, like young kids nowadays, they don't even text. They just Snapchat each other. They just send videos. Hey, what's up? So like now they can actually just join in live on a Jelly Jelly, record it, have fun with it. I think it's going to be very, very interesting and very fun.
What would make it unique though is it actually edits it, because if you're talking about you could do that on like a lot of apps. You can talk to it and it'll transcribe. That's not unique, but what would make it unique is the jump cuts, right? The boom, 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 and like maybe some pictures or I don't know, something like that. Like maybe some B-reel or something like that gets it all edited for you. Because I mean, there's other apps where you can talk to it and it will transcribe your message. Like that's not unique, like that it's old tech, but being able to like edit and stuff like that, like boom, that'd be legit. Because I don't see like that being like crazy unique,
I think it's possible. I mean, like I said, first iteration, and like if other apps can do it, they can do it too. Like they're not recreating the wheel, right? It's already out there, like to be able to do that. So it just depends. And I think he said that'd be like a premium service, right? You'd have to kind of define like what you want to do. But yeah, it's like if I'm talking like this, cut, there's a little break, cut, and it makes it a little bit cleaner. But yeah, AI is getting crazy, man. For me personally, I still like the human touch on my videos because they're able to fix every detail and make it perfect, right? But when it comes to speed and quickness, I mean, it's second to none, definitely.
Yeah. So real quick, we'll look at the Jelly Jelly chart today. And let's actually ask the chat. What does the chat think, guys? Yeah. Has anybody used it? Do everybody have access to it right now? Or what does that look like? It's still a wait list? Yeah, I just tweeted out the link. I don't know if everybody's been able to see this yet, but it's on my X account, guys. You can go to my X account at Jake Gagan. Tweeted out the link. You can now get early access to Jelly Jelly video chats. Sign up and make your first Jelly Jelly today. When you click this link, Roddy, you did it earlier. This is just a link to the App Store. So do it on your phone. Yeah. And I don't know if you need to request early access. Let me see. I don't know if you need to actually request early access. I think they opened up for everybody. Yeah, I think they opened up for everybody today. So everybody should be able to use this today. Yeah, make sure to add us. Yeah. What's your username? I think you got Rodney, right? Rodney, which is great. That's crazy. I've never been that early on a new app. You know what I mean? It's literally like day one. Literally, it's like finding Instagram on day one, finding TikTok on day one. Obviously, I'm not saying this is going to be as big as Instagram or TikTok, but it is finding a new application on day one. What's your take on them launching a token on top of this? You think it was a good idea, bad idea? How do you feel about it? I think it's just, a lot of people are always skeptical because it's crypto. But when you look at this guy, obviously he's very wealthy, right? He sold Venmo for a lot of money. He's a co-founder. If you look him up online, and that's what we did, there's nothing but positive news about him. And usually what we see in these situations is that no-name people come out and want to do a money grab. This is kind of like the new age. Trump is kind of like enabling people like that want to, do startups or just launch something in this country. And some people are going to launch scams. That's part of the game. That's what they're doing now. They don't have to go out, out of state or out of the country anymore. So I think this is just like the start of something big. People are just going to be launching stuff, and there's going to be some opportunities for people to make money. Now, are people going to see it for the tech, or are people going to see it for speculative plays and make a quick buck and those sorts of things, whatever. But I think at the end of the day, if it's a good product, it'll do well over time,
Yeah, both. I think there's going to be investors, and that's probably why we saw the price pull back so much, because there was people that are strictly degen investors on Solana who were trying to make money, and they made money. I mean, this was a $0 to a $250 million market cap. But then there's also the long-term investors, right? And you can be long-term. You look at the project and you say, wait, this guy launched Venmo. And if you hear his partner, is his name Jack Lesson? What was his name? His name was Sam Lesson, his partner, well-spoken guy, early investor in Facebook, early investor in Venmo, early investor in Solana, early investor in XRP. And when he was explaining the app and talking about it, like these guys don't need money. This is not a money grab. This is kind of changing how traditional companies have worked in the past, where they it took him 12 years to go public with Venmo. He did it in a night, right? And I really do. Crypto G just said it. She thinks that we're going to see more companies do this. And Rodney, I think we're going to see a lot more companies. I mean, Vine did it, but Vine, is it operational? Does Vine have a working product right now? They're trying to sell the X, but like they did it.
Token, or does someone else launch the token?
The founder of Vine launched the token.
Really?
Yeah. The founder of Vine launched a token, Russ. It ran up to like $400+ million market cap. And I don't even know if his application, can someone answer? I don't want to speak bad news. Do you know that? Is Vine operational? I think that Twitter might bring it back and buy it, which would obviously be big news. But
Twitter acquired it back in the day, and Elon said X is going to basically revamp it.
Twitter acquired it. We need Coach Cam back and Coach Mike back. It's not live. So he launched a token for Vine, and it's not live. So this is an app that's actually live, pretty early. I don't know. I actually like it. I like it. It's refreshing, especially when you see just a lot of the stuff that we've currently seen in the crypto space. But he's doing a space in an hour with the entire team. He's also going live with Gigi at 3. Busy day for our man, the founder, Iqram. He said he's from Africa, but he will be going live a little bit later. And the last space they had, dude, 5,000 people. Were you on the space last night?
No.
You're in the mountains, up in the mountains. 5,000 people though.
Just chilling,
Yeah, 5,000 people were on the space last night listening, and so it definitely caught a lot of attention from a lot of investors. And it's not often that you see a token go from $0 to $250 million market cap in an hour.
Right? Yeah. So hopefully, like right now, obviously people see a big play. They want in. The space has a short memory. So what they're going to need to do is make sure they deliver a good product. You know what I mean? That's what the focus is going to be on now. So, everybody loves it.
I think a lot of people got in, and if you were investing, you probably got out. I mean, it went from $0 to 250 million. I think it was back down to like 125 million. So a 50% retracement, back up nicely today. Obviously bullish catalyst when he's talking on a space, going on GG space. A lot of eyeballs are going to be on it. More eyeballs are going to be on it. And I think people really, once it's expected, you go from 0 to 250, like you should expect a 50 to 80% correction. And then once the believers get in, you hear what they're building and you go, oh, this is a legit project. That's when more people invest. And it's more investing for the long term, not necessarily short-term investing.
Yeah, to compete with TikTok, interesting. That's especially if TikTok gets bought out, that'll be interesting because TikTok, it dominates, bro. Best algorithm I think in the space. Hey man, bring them out, baby. I'm here for it. Being early investors in a project that can compete with TikTok would be crazy. Now I wonder, how does that look? Is TikTok a public company? What stock is TikTok? Like what is that?
Probably not in America. I mean, maybe in China. I can go and look it up for you.
The token would represent that. You know what I mean? Like the value of the interesting, right?
Yeah.
But definitely to compete with TikTok, we got to make sure there's no barrier to entry for normies. We got to make it so everyone can use it.
I don't think it's a crypto app. Like they're not doing it where you have to like own crypto to use the app. Like everyone can use the app. It's not really a, and they're going to pay you if you want. You can get paid in Jelly, or maybe, I mean, the guy built Venmo. He can probably find a lot of ways to pay you in other currencies, right? But I don't think it's a crypto app at all. I think it's a social media app, and they just happen to, instead of building a social media app and going public on the as an IPO on the stock exchange, they just decided to launch a token with it right away, which I think is genius. So I don't think it's really, I think it still is a Web 2 app, and it's a Web 3 company.
Got it.
Yeah, it's not like a crypto app. It's not like, hey, you got to own JELLYJELLY to use the Jelly app. It's like anyone can use it. And we just opened it up. Can someone click that link? Maybe Crypto G, since you're in here with us, can you click that link and let me know if you're able to use it? I just want to make sure, because Rodney was having it does work. You guys can use this.
You just have to go to the app, sign up, and then once you sign
Okay, go to the app, sign up, and then you are good to go. So this is the early access of Jelly video chats. We definitely need to talk to him, because he's a Web 2 guy, right? He's coming from Venmo, and it's like, hey, posting, like posting a lot on the X account is big for a crypto project. Hosting consistent spaces, tweeting funny memes. I mean, the name is Jelly. You can do so many things with jellyfish and video chats, reposting popular content. And obviously just something simple, right? Opening up a Telegram so people can get access and hear what's going on, see updates. Instead of me posting that link on Twitter, you could post it in Telegram. So I think Telegram over Discord. What do you think?
Yeah, I think Telegram for crypto. Yeah, it's got to be Telegram, right?
Yeah,
it's got to be Telegram. But Discord is like, I feel like Discord is so much harder to use too than Telegram. Telegram's super easy, so definitely.
Yeah. Here's a good question. Why are some trying to say it's a scam? I mean, there's people that call Bitcoin a scam. There are people that called Solana a scam. There's people that call Ethereum a scam.
Yeah.
There's always going to be people that call it a scam. All we can do, and we don't know. All we can do is bring you the developer so you guys can make a sound decision for yourself. Me, after watching it, do I think it's a scam? No, I don't really think that people that are worth, close to $1 billion are worried about scamming for $1 million, right? That have built Venmo, exited Venmo, early investors in XRP Solana. Do I think that they're trying to make a quick buck? No. Do I think that they're trying to capitalize on what's going on in cryptocurrency? Yeah. I think it's beautiful, and I think it's changing the game, but that's all we can do. Me and Rodney will never vouch for a project. We're never gonna be like, this is the next, you have to buy this now. You are always skeptical, and I think it's good.
Yeah.
But
the reason why people are skeptical is because they've been scammed so many times in the space by people saying they're going to offer some, everybody called out, Solana, Bitcoin, and Ethereum are bad comparisons, but like it's a guy launching a token, but just look at his background. Like he doesn't need to launch a shitcoin to make money. Like just think about that, right? So, and obviously they're focused on the tech first, right? So to me, it's like you gotta look at it, right? It's not the same as any other like token launch out there. So, we got to give people the benefit of the doubt a little more, especially with that kind of background.
And the Solana founders are tweeting about it. And this guy, he said that Tolly was up all night texting him saying, hey, I can't sleep. The JELLYJELLY launch was so good. And we need to clip that, Coach, at the beginning when he was on here talking about the fact that the Solana founder was up there saying, hey, how can we help you? How can we get, JELLYJELLY in front of more people? So it's not like this is one tweet and the Solana co-founder is done. It's like he's going to help push JELLYJELLY to the matches. I think a lot of people that watch our stream, especially Rodney, are crypto investors. Yeah. So they're just like, wait, the price went down. I got in at a $200 million market cap. What happens? But I think you just have to zoom out and kind of see the long-term vision for what this is, who's supporting it, who's backing it, who launched it, the timing of the markets. And also once you use the application, you can make a decision and say, is this a good application? Can I see people using it? It looks like Barton Bay said yes. And that was my first honest take. But as a content creator, I kind of want to put Rodney, we should do one not for content and just kind of do one as boys and see if like we would, just funny shit and see if we would use it and clip it and what it would look like.
Yeah, I'm down. My app was being kind of buggy earlier, but I think it's starting to be a little better. You know what I mean? But I'm going to post my link here soon on X and you guys give me a follow. That'd be bullish. Let's get the followers up. And then, yeah, definitely down to post some content.
Absolutely. Can't wait for the space at 1 p.m. with JELLYJELLY. Yep, that's going to be going live at 1 p.m. I think at 3 p.m., he has a space with Gigi, which she tweeted about it very, very early. I think it's only on the App Store right now. I was going to pull it up, but your name's Rodney on there. I'm going to see what it looks like on JELLYJELLY right now.
I got to take a piss.
Go ahead. JELLYJELLY. My name is Jake Gagan on JELLYJELLY. I got one follower, Rodney, and his name is Rodney on JELLYJELLY, guys. Go follow us here. This is my @ It's all good. It's all good. I don't need it. Just at Jay Gagan, same as on Twitter on Jelly Jelly. I'll give you guys all a follow back and let's jelly together. I think it's pretty funny. Joe Prodigy says, anyone see my messages or my shadow ban? We see it. We see your messages. G's going to sign up later. I like it. I like it. People say Jelly Jelly is going to wreck a lot of people. Only time will tell. If they build a great app and Solana, backs it and millions of people use it, I don't know if it will. So I think it just depends on what takes place, right? That's why we try to go to the source. We bring the developer on here. We ask them the questions. And honestly, we'll never tell you what to buy or sell. And you guys can make those decisions for yourself, whether you like it or not. It seems like a lot of people are bullish. Some people are skeptical, as you should be. But I think it's pretty exciting what happened. And regardless of Jelly Jelly, just the fact that we have people from the tech industry coming into the crypto space and launching cryptocurrency projects, instead of IPOing, I think is bullish for crypto in general. And I think this is the start of many, many, many tech companies to come in here and launch.
Yeah, it should be interesting. It should be interesting. It's going to be an interesting crypto cycle and looking forward to more legit products coming to the blockchain.
Yep. And Bull says, yes, exciting for sure. Rodney, did you wash your hands, says G?
Of course, always.
Always wash your hands. How's the mountains? Do we have any other news? I know we covered Jelly Jelly a lot. We usually
but it's we're running out of time here. I got to pick up Spencer from the airport and all kinds of stuff. So,
nice
content and whatnot. But yeah, but I know there's a ton of news. But we can run through it real quick if you want.
Okay, we don't have to. Just give us the brief rundown. We'll go ahead and pull up your screen right here.
Right. Tesla reveals none of their a lot of their Bitcoin was sold. So obviously Tesla's been holding their Bitcoin for a while. So shout out to Tesla. They have their earnings. A bunch of earnings came out yesterday, right? And just obviously the spreadsheet and whatnot. I think they had some sort of call, right? That's pretty bullish. Federal Reserve pauses interest rate hikes, remains at 4.25%, right? So still not the best time to get any long-term loans. Obviously, we talked about Jerome Powell. What else do we have here? Texas Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick unveils plan to establish a Texas Bitcoin reserve. So obviously, in the United States, states have like their own sovereignty to do a lot, state laws and those sorts of things. So that's pretty cool. Texas leading the way. And remember, they were kind of leading the way with the whole Bitcoin mining situation, which was cool. Michael Saylor is on Forbes. And we had, I mean, that doesn't mean it's bad, but I just thought it was hilarious, right? So obviously, so I said it's time to pack it up, but I mean, this is a good looking picture, right?
So it's a good looking guy. It's a Chad, the Bitcoin alchemist. What a name. Why Michael Saylor's MicroStrategy is a brilliant blueprint for manipulating traditional finance to harness the pixie dust of cryptomania. Is that bullish? It's almost like shitting on crypto a little bit.
Yeah,
very interesting.
This is interesting. I'd have to share, but pretty much President, this is European Central Bank talking, and confident that Bitcoin won't enter reserves of any member of General Council. Pretty much just saying we don't want to hold anything that's tied to money laundering and blah blah. Same stupid talking points, anti-crypto talking points you've been hearing about forever. So, and it's just mouth breather shit at this point,
Get with it, you got to get with the times. That's all I can say. Get with the times, or else you're gonna get left behind. Shout out to dude. We should try to get Senator Loomis on our stream.
Pretty bullish, yeah. Pump Fund flips Solana and Ethereum in 30-day revenue. So shout out to Pump Fund. Yeah, so
crushing it. Pump Fund, crushing it. What's your thoughts on that? People are a little bit upset that they're making so much money because the development team is making like millions, tens of millions a day for fees. But
created a project. It's like whatever.
Yeah, people use their. What do you want them to do? People use their platform.
You create. That's why people like capitalism. It's the United States. Like you make something cool, people use it. You make money from it. It's like, all right, that you want people rich like that because it incentivizes people to make great things. You want people like Steve Jobs and Elon Musk who work their entire life and, dedicate something to their crafts and give people an awesome product to use every day. I just think of like the UFC, Dana White, Tesla cars, all those sorts of things, X and stuff. Like you want those people to be rich, right? So shout out to Pump Fund. Everybody, look at, regardless of what you think about Pump Fund, people use it, right? The market decides what's popular, right? So I thought that was pretty interesting. And then DGen News, of course, Coinbase is obviously delaying more Solana transactions, which I'm gonna be honest, I'm getting kind of bearish on Coinbase lately because we got to figure this shit out. You know what I mean? So, and
I mean, Coinbase, at least we don't own the stock, or we don't own like a Coinbase cryptocurrency. So it's like, if it does well or doesn't do well, we're not affected. I use it. I like it. I think it's the best. But yeah, obviously, what do they say here? It says we are aware that some users may be experiencing delayed sends for assets on Solana. Buys, sell, and fiat withdrawals deposits are not affected. Buys, sells, and so it's just the transfers.
Yeah.
We're investigating the issue. So what? I mean, what's happening? What's taking place? What's the issue? Right? Is it a Solana thing? Because I've been sending Solana from my hardware wallet to Phantom wallet, and it's been failing and declining. So it might be a Solana. Yeah. Just from Solana, I sent Solana USDC to a friend, and it wouldn't send. Mike Farley had issues. He did it twice. It wouldn't send. So I think it's a Solana issue, to be honest.
Yeah, could be. Yeah, could be. I haven't had any issues using on the centralized side, and I've been plubbing around in the DeFi space for the last few days, and I've been fine. But I did buy some Trump coin on the exchange just because I wanted to make it easier, and I tried to send it to my Phantom wallet, and it didn't even go. It took like 2 days, and then the transaction never even went through. So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
When it comes to Jelly Jelly, though, Rodney, how about the fact that they got listed on 15 exchanges? Like it's almost like, I don't want to say it's a once in a lifetime meme coin because we've seen it a couple times, but it's like one in a 1,000, right? 1 in 1,000, 1 in 10,000 probably. Like the fact that you launch, go to 250 million, and then are listed on, I mean, big exchanges, Roddy. BitGet is huge, right? Top 20 token BitGet. Also KuCoin, massive, and they're on about like 15 other exchanges. Like a very, very, very successful launch so far.
Yeah, well, the thing is, like, it's one of those things where they're not even paying for the listings, and it's a bull market. They're meme coins because they want the fees. So you're going to see that now. You're going to see all these exchanges list tokens before they even want to get listed. They'll buy their own back. They'll get in their own self and list it on their exchange. So you're going to see that a lot because it's the bull market and they want those fees. You know what I mean? So yeah, we're going to see a lot of that. Like Trump launch. I bet Trump didn't have to work for anything in the background. I think people just listed it.
Absolutely. Yeah, he didn't have to do shit. I want to play one last clip and then we will wrap it up. Where is this? It's here. Where is the clip? Clip. Nope. Yep, here it is. I just want to end this because it's kind of funny. Colin Rugg posted this. President Trump and Caitlin Collins get into a little argument. Look how packed the White House briefing room is.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
There used to be no one, and it looks like we got a Jewish fella here. Let's play it.
It's Donnie Trump.
The names of the 67 people who were killed, and you are blaming Democrats and DEI policies and air traffic control and seemingly the member of the U.S. military who was flying that Black Hawk helicopter. Don't you think you're getting ahead of the investigation right now?
No, I don't think so at all. I don't think with the names of the people, you mean the names of the people that are on the plane, you think that's going to make a difference? They are a group of people that have lost their lives. If you want a list of the names, we can give you that. We'll be giving that very soon. We're in coordination with American Airlines. We're in coordination very strongly, obviously, with the military. But I think that's not a very smart question. I'm surprised coming from you.
Got him.
Dude, he's back. He looks good behind that podium. We should say what?
Someone needs to burn for that. There's no reason why that.
What happened? What happened?
So there was a jet coming back. I think it was like some sort of ice skate. There's 60 people on board plus 4
from Wichita to DC.
DC, yeah.
How did it crash? What went wrong?
I'm telling you right now. There was a Black Hawk helicopter. I guess there's a lot of Black Hawks that fly around there. And what I'm hearing right now is that air traffic control told them that they need to watch out for like a jet, and they thought it was a jet leaving, but it was a jet coming in. There's a miscommunication. We don't know exactly what happened, but the plane just collided with the Black Hawk, and it's bad. But someone needs to burn for this. There's almost 70 people dead. They're recovering bodies from the lake right now. Children, lots of children.
No way.
You don't know what happened. And they just the first day. This is the worst tragedy we've had in 20 years. This is the first day we had the new FAA, the person that's running the FAA, right? The first day in office, right? Trump is changing all these people.
What's FAA?
Flight something association. Yeah, it's like the governing body. But you cannot have these problems. Like this is in DC. This is popular. We've been there a bunch of times. This airport, flight just landing and hit a Black Hawk. You cannot have these sort of errors. So I don't know if there's miscommunication. We don't know if the person was tired or not well trained. We don't know. But it seems like it was an issue with whatever the tower is called, the person calling out to the some of these different pilots and stuff like that. So yeah, it's pretty bad.
Very, very sad. And, prayers to everyone that lost their life. Kids, you said, and their families. But it's 2025. Like we should have radar and technology that you can see it. Of course we do, but you got to.
Thank you. Yeah, Crypto G.
Air traffic control. You got to use it. This obviously can't happen. I mean, a plane, right? It's like it's not a war zone. It's a plane flying in to land at the airport. You got to make sure that it's cleared. Of course, it hasn't happened in 20 plus years or whatever. But still, mistakes do happen here and there. But like you said, it's like
I make mistakes like that, bro.
No. You cannot make mistakes where 70 innocent people lose their lives.
Yeah, so, somebody's getting in trouble for this.
Who do you think gets in trouble? Is it the pilot? Is it the air traffic controller?
The investigation is still going on. It's not the pilot, because the pilot for the jet was arriving on time, and apparently this Blackhawk person actually checked with the air traffic control person. So we don't know yet. I've heard little things here and there. We don't know yet. But it just seems like, okay, Federal Aviation Administration. Yeah. Thank
FAA.
you. Yeah. So it'll be interesting. I'm definitely tied to this news because it's so sad. It's so sad, but someone needs to be in trouble for this. So we'll see.
Very sad, but I think that's a good place to end it, man. Good space. Shout out to our guy Iqram for coming on. I know you got to travel a little bit. We appreciate everybody that tuned in, guys. Let us know your thoughts. We did post a link if you are interested in getting the Jelly Jelly application. It's open for 2 days, so go check it out. Me and Rodney use it, and we'll be live tomorrow. I think we have a special guest, another developer coming on tomorrow. So make sure to stay tuned, guys. Have a good day, and we'll see you all tomorrow. Peace.